2009, Chuck was preparing to test his new ATV at a Gum Hill, West Virginia creek. His son was on the camera, ready to record as he drove up the stream. He'd been to this place many times before, but what he witnessed that day forever changed him, because as he climbed the stream, he saw something terrifying emerge from the dense forest. Now known as the Beast of Gum Hill, a 7-foot-tall Bigfoot monster walked across the stream, not paying attention to its surroundings. Chuck and his son were lost for words and could only marvel at what they'd seen. Two men drive through thick snow during a harsh Siberian winter night, but while it's common to see wildlife in these parts, they're not ready for what's coming their way. Things suddenly start feeling different when they see irregularities in the snow, almost like someone's walked through it. But before they can process it, something right before them diverts their attention. Out of nowhere, a bipedal beast resembling a small yeti jumps into the light and rushes through the snow. Even though these folks have trouble believing what they've seen, things become clear once they move forward and check the snow for tracks. Witness one of the most terrifying videos ever recorded on a camera as a strange gorilla-like creature emerges from the bushes in Mexico. This is as unsettling as it gets, because while it initially appears to be an animal, things change when the beast moves closer to the camera. It's not a face that resembles any animal. No, this is a nagual, a witch with a humanoid face who shapeshifts into animals and runs around at night, terrorizing local people. In 2021, a man from Costa Rica heard a commotion outside his house, with dogs seemingly barking at an intruder, but his curiosity turned into raw fear when he checked the security footage. This was no man, neither did it look like an animal. No one had seen a creature like this, crawling on its limbs almost like a spider. What was truly terrifying, though, was that this thing was even bigger than the dogs. Imagine marveling at the beautiful snow-covered mountains, only to have your reality shattered by a disturbing sight. That's exactly what happened to these folks, who thought they were hallucinating. But make no mistake, this is as real as it gets.
La épica acción en línea de War Thunder te permite participar en gigantescas batallas y vivir la potencia de los vehículos militares más.
The tall trees on top of the mountains are moving, but not because of any wind. They look like they've come alive and are walking around. While this is creepy, there's also a potential theory behind this. These could be tree harvesters at work. Deep in the woods, a man hunts for a cryptid known for stalking visitors. But this creature doesn't show itself to anyone. It hides in the shadows and keeps its distance. There is a magical aura about this place, with zero civilization nearby. Moreover, the man follows the creature's tracks and gets closer to finding it. Little does he know, however, that he's not the one hunting. He's the hunted. The man notices something behind him, and right as he turns around, he sees it. a shadowy, alien-like creature stalking him from behind the trees, fully prepared to jump out and pounce on him. Picture this. You're camping in the woods and everything's peaceful, but you can't help but feel you're being watched. And no matter how much you try, you can't eliminate that unsettling feeling. Well, that's exactly what happened to this man.
Whoa.
He's paranoid and starts looking around the area to see if a predator's about to attack him. What he sees, however, is no mere beast, it's Bigfoot. But this one's different, because this big guy is white, unlike most legends.
Holy shit. He's like...
The creepy white face poking through the bushes just stays there, staring back at the man with its hollow black eyes. And while there's every possibility it could be a barn owl or even a weirdly shaped tree stump, people believe it's a white Bigfoot.
He's standing above the bushes. He, she, whatever. Look how tall that is. Yo, it's white.
This footage comes from a man returning from his morning run in the woods. As he crossed the bridge into an alley, something strange jumped on him from the wall. However, when he turned around to look at it, the thing was gone. The man knew he'd felt something jump on top of him, but since he didn't see anything, he decided to go back home and check the footage. Only when he slowed it down did he realize the thing he'd encountered did not resemble anything he'd ever seen. Was it just a monkey or a creature from another world? No one knows. Sometimes you have to fight the intruders, especially if they get too close to your home, because that's what this man did after he spotted a strange creature lurking in the distance.
I'm gonna keep walking towards it. You might actually get to capture it.
The man is brave, walking toward the creature in the dark. But as he inches closer, things start to get creepy because this is not an animal or human. This appears to be a pale crawler.
Son of a bitch. Alright, whatever you are.
With their humanoid bodies and large eyes that glow in the dark, crawlers are meant to be some of the most aggressive creatures. But this man knows what he's doing, because he came to this encounter fully prepared.
No.
In May 2023, a man riding a bike with his wife in Muir Woods suddenly heard a strange fox-like scream. But there was an issue. No foxes were in the area, and the scream sounded much deeper than your typical fox. He looked around the area for a good while until he nailed down the location of the noise. However, when he zoomed in with his camera, he was not ready for what he was about to witness. Seeing a wild animal is one thing, but the man claims he saw a bipedal creature no less than 9 feet tall, resembling a Sasquatch. And when he moved up to explore the area, it smelled so bad that his wife threw up. In 2021, a couple from South Jersey heard strange noises from the woods outside their home at night. They went out to investigate multiple times, but didn't see anything. However, everything changed when they reviewed the footage they'd captured. They thought they were just paranoid, since it's common for wildlife to cause a stir and jump around in the bushes. But what they saw did not look like an animal. It was a Jersey devil. If that wasn't bad enough, They found even more unsettling evidence in the morning, huge footprints in their backyard. On April 17th, 2021, a man was strolling around a beach in Florida when he noticed a strange corpse had washed up on the shore. However, while he initially thought it was a fish or a seal, his thoughts changed when he approached it. The creature had bizarre double flippers, but even weirder was that its upper body had an elongated humanoid skeleton, almost like a mermaid. The corpse had been on the beach for a while, so most of it had already decomposed. And even though people think it could be a manatee, a seal, or even a whale baleen, no one could figure out what the creature looked like while it was still alive.
It looks like feathers.
National parks can be terrifying at night, as all sorts of animals can run around in the bushes, making you paranoid. But what this man saw in Australia was no mere animal.
We out here hearing weird noises in the forest.
He was walking along the trail in the dark with his friends when he heard a strange noise coming from a nearby tree. And when he turned to look, all his fears became reality as two glowing eyes glared right back at him.
In the forest. What the f? Oh! 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 What the f? What the f?
Some say it was a crawler, but your guess is as good as mine. In the woods, a man hears a woodpecker's warning call outside his cabin. But while he goes out to catch a glimpse of the bird and record it, he hears something much scarier.
What was that? I heard some shit, man.
Out of nowhere, an extreme roar echoes through the woods, almost like a big monster screaming in agony. What's even more bizarre, however, is that the sound continues for several seconds. Of course, animals like mountain lions or foxes make weird sounds during mating season, but what sets this roar apart from the rest is that it's very deep and likely comes from a big creature, a Bigfoot. At the Prairie Spirit Trail in southeast Kansas, a man goes for his usual night run through the woods, but halfway through, he senses that he's being watched, and when he turns his flashlight toward the tree, it all unravels. Sometimes, when you look at the darkness, it looks back at you, and that's exactly what happens to this man, who sees several creepy glowing eyes staring right back at him through the branches. Are these deer, or something else entirely? In 2018, a woman in North Carolina kept hearing strange noises at night outside her house, and when she walked out, everything in her yard was trashed. But after the same thing happened 3 nights in a row, she decided to take matters into her own hands. Her dog was barking, and the neighbors had come outside to see the commotion. However, when she got down, the thing destroying her yard was nowhere to be seen. Well, at least that's what she thought anyway.
Thought I heard those noises again.
I heard them last night.
They looked around the area for a few minutes and returned to their homes later after not finding anything. But upon re-watching the footage and slowing it down, they discovered something terrifying. In 2016, people at a South American gas station were going about their business early in the morning when they noticed something strange floating in the air, slowly approaching their location.
walked. It literally sounded...
Who's throwing rocks? Grab me back, grab me back, grab me back. Quick, get up, get up, get up.
While hiking through a forest, a group of explorers was on the verge of encountering something straight out of a nightmare. One man appears to be speaking to something in the distance when, without warning, this occurs.
I don't know. I've been face down in a ditch for 2 hours. I was trying to save your buddy, okay? I don't think there's much left I have to prove. Okay, well, if you could come back, that'd be nice. Okay? I don't know where this thing is or when it's gonna...
A mysterious creature attacked the man and dragged him away, his agonized screams echoing through the air.
Or when it's gonna...
Panicked, one of his friends rushes to assist, but the video suddenly cuts off, leaving everyone questioning what happened next. Was it all staged, or was it something far more horrifying? On January 6, 2023, while climbing Mount Bailey in California, Crystal recorded a video to document her journey.
Perfect visual of what we've been dealing with. This is a small one coming down. It just keeps coming from way up there. This stuff has no traction. We have to shuffle our feet across. This is the stuff I dealt with on the bowl and just decided to turn around.
The conditions were pretty tough that day, so Crystal made the smart call to head back for her safety. 2 days later, she came back to try the hike again. In a video she recorded just before sunrise, she was smiling, enjoying some music, and really soaking in the hike. Unfortunately, not long after that, the California Office of Emergency Services got an SOS alert from her Garmin InReach device, saying she had taken a serious fall. Rescuers rushed to help, but despite their best efforts, Crystal passed away from her injuries. Her story is a tough reminder of how unpredictable hiking can be, even for experienced adventurers. A group of friends was driving down a desolate forest road late at night around 3 a.m. when they came across something unsettling.
What the?
Stop.
No,
Stop.
I'm not. No. Hell no.
What the? Dude?
No.
They were soaked.
A woman exhibiting strange behavior was spotted on the side of the road, moving in an unsettling manner. The driver, reluctant to stop at first, drove past but later became worried and chose to go back.
Okay.
There she is, there she is, there she is.
Bro, what the? See? That was it! That was it! She's crying.
Upon returning, they found the woman lying on the ground, which led them to call the police. Several hours later, at 5 a.m., they returned to the same road and stumbled upon something even more bizarre.
Yep, she had to have come up out of the water. Yep, there's a dig spot there. So she came up from down there. That's had to have been why she was so wet.
The woman had come out of the water deep in the forest, but why was she there? What was she doing out in the middle of nowhere at 3 a.m.? It's a mystery that still hasn't been solved. 2 hikers disappeared in the freezing depths of a Utah canyon for more than 24 hours. A rescue team using an infrared drone managed to find them, but the rugged cliffs and steep drops made it almost impossible to reach them.
You guys in here? Okay, hold up. I'm gonna try to find my way around to you, okay? Stay there.
They successfully rescued the hikers just in time after carefully navigating the dangerous terrain. Late at night, people in a small town in Asia were freaked out by weird noises coming from an old, abandoned cave. A curious group decided to check it out, but what they found was way more than they ever expected. They spotted a woman crawling on all fours, and as they got closer, she started moving toward them in this weird, jerky way. Freaked out, the group quickly backed off, completely confused by what they'd just seen. When the authorities searched the cave later, there was nothing, no sign of the figure. It was like she vanished into thin air. Late at night, a man was in a swamp when he heard something deeply unsettling. He was puzzled by the sound of church bells ringing, so he started filming the strange noise. He thought maybe he could figure it out, so he checked the area, but there was no church anywhere. What could explain church bells ringing out in the middle of nowhere? Was it just a weird coincidence, or something stranger? While hiking deep in the woods, Russell Acord stumbled upon several nest-like formations in towering trees.
So, there's a full bed right here. Look at this. All this stuff is matted down, literally matted down. I can't roll off this thing left or right. Literally couldn't do it. Let me have that camera. You see how this is all, it's a dish. It's literally a place to lay down. It's clearly been slept in. It's been inhabited. And I want to say bed, but this is a nest. It's up in a tree in an elevated position. Deer don't do this, elk don't do this. Something that thinks critically or is intelligent had to have done this. It seemed very strange in this particular setting. Look down below me. There's more than one nest.
The nests were made from thick twigs and branches, woven together in a way that resembled giant bird nests. Russell believes they are used by Bigfoot, especially by mothers and their young. He's certain the nests show signs of being slept in. Who knows what else might be out there in the woods? Imagine living in a quiet little town where everyone knows each other. A cozy place near Minnesota, surrounded by snowy forests and peaceful nights. But lately, something strange has been disrupting the calm. People have been hearing loud, terrifying roars echoing through the night, and some say they've seen a huge, shadowy creature with glowing red eyes. The rumors are spreading fast, and a TikToker named Jesse decided to check it out for himself. What he filmed that night has left the internet both shocked and terrified. It was a cold, snowy night on December 22nd, 2024, when Jesse was woken up by a deafening roar. His heart raced as he sat up, confused. Could the rumors be real? Was this the same sound people had been talking about in his town? Determined to get to the bottom of it, Jesse grabbed his phone and stepped outside into the freezing night. The sound was coming from the dark woods nearby, leading up the mountain. Despite the danger, he decided to follow it alone. As he went deeper into the forest, he started recording, and that's when he captured something on camera.
Got something coming down, man. I got something screaming down there. I don't know what this is, man. Something screaming down there, man. Hello? Where are you? Show yourself right now!
Blood-chilling screams rang out through the forest. They weren't just loud, they felt primal, almost like something from another world. But what Jesse did next was baffling. He began shouting back at it, revealing his position. It wasn't the best decision, especially since the creature seemed to react and move closer.
This is your ship. Once a beacon of hope, now a wreck buried in alien soil. Shot down in hostile territory, your crew scattered, your systems fried, but you survived and started rebuilding. From broken panels, you crafted shelter. From mining bots, you forged an army. Every crystal stolen, every resource claimed keeps your lungs full and your enemies back. But survival here comes at a cost. Loyalty shifts like sand, and every ally has their price. Something stirs beneath the surface, a hive, a threat, or something worse. Welcome to your ship, no longer flying but still fighting.
Loud snapping noises echoed through the forest, as if the creature was getting closer. Panicked, Jesse tried to hide behind a tree, and soon after, the video suddenly stopped. Later, Jesse told his viewers that he stayed perfectly still for several minutes, keeping his flashlight off to stay hidden. During that time, he heard heavy sniffing and felt the ground shake as if something large was moving closer, but he never saw anything. Once the noises faded and the creature seemed to vanish, Jesse ran back home safely. When he got home, he began researching sounds similar to what he had heard that night, and his search led him to a chilling conclusion: a Wendigo. With this new information, Jesse shared the video on TikTok, showing everyone what he had caught on camera. The video quickly went viral, sparking a lot of speculation online. Some people from near Minnesota claimed they believed Jesse's story, saying they'd heard similar sounds in the area. However, others remained skeptical. To this day, no one has been able to explain what Jesse encountered that night. Was it truly a Wendigo? The Appalachian Mountains are incredibly beautiful, stretching across 13 U.S. states, known for their lush forests, rolling hills, and vast green landscapes. They're a popular spot for hikers and campers. However, beneath this natural beauty, there's a darker side, a reputation for strange, unexplained occurrences. Some people claim the mountains hold secrets, with eerie rules like, if you hear something, act like you didn't, or if you see something, never talk about it. Many share chilling stories online, warning others to stay silent, as acknowledging what you see could make things worse. Lizzie, who loves hiking and camping, often spends hours on TikTok looking for inspiration. One day, she came across videos about the Appalachian Mountains. While she appreciated their beauty, the eerie stories intrigued her even more. Along with her friend Alexandra, Lizzie decided to explore the mountains. Instead of camping in tents, they played it safe by renting an Airbnb near the forest. Their plan was to hike during the day and retreat to the comfort of their cabin at night. The first day went smoothly, with scenic trails and stunning views. But what began as a peaceful trip soon took a sinister turn. That night, everything seemed normal until 2 a.m., when Lizzie and Alexandra were abruptly woken by horrifying, blood-curdling screams echoing from the forest outside.
Mike?
Loud, unsettling screams echoed through the night, with someone shouting, "Ayuda!" which means help in Spanish. Lizzie and Alexandra were unsure how to respond. This wasn't some unexplained phenomenon. It was terrifyingly real, and someone clearly needed help. But what could they do? Eventually, the screams and gunshots faded. Fearing the worst and unsure of what to do, the girls decided to stay quiet, following the TikTok warnings. If something strange happens in the Appalachian Mountains, don't say or do anything. They debated whether or not to post the video on TikTok, but once they were safe and far from the mountains, they decided to share it. They wanted people to see what they had experienced. The video quickly went viral, attracting attention from all over the world. Many criticized Lizzie and Alexandra for not taking action, while others defended them, citing the eerie warnings tied to the area. What really happened that night in the mountains remains a mystery. Lizzie and Alexandra haven't posted any updates, leaving the internet to speculate and argue over the terrifying events they filmed. A group of divers discovered a mysterious box while scuba diving, and, intrigued, they decided to explore it.
It's right here. It's right here. Holy mackerel. What the hell is this thing? It's coming up. Oh my god. Hold on. No, stop. Come. Let it come up.
Oh, it's a big...
What the f*** is that? Go. Go. I don't know what that is.
It contained ashes, and shaken by the discovery, they decided to return it. Was it linked to a ritual, or had it been deliberately thrown away? This man hiked through Aokigahara, the Sea of Trees, a forest known for its tragic history as a place where some people go to end their lives. Signs at the entrance encourage visitors to seek help rather than suffer in solitude. As he explored, he encountered disturbing sights, such as an abandoned bicycle and an empty knife package, amplifying the eerie feeling of the forest.
I'm only a few meters away from the road right now, but I've already found an abandoned bike. It's actually a pretty nice bike. Let's take a look at it. I don't think it's been here a long time. What do we got in here? And there's a packet for a knife. Maybe somebody's going out into the woods to slash it.
Japan has since set up cameras and enlisted volunteers to help prevent further loss of life, but unfortunately, people still visit the forest with dark intentions. A wildlife camera that was meant to capture coyotes ended up filming something really strange. A strange creature emerged from the darkness, revealing an unsettling combination of cat-like ears, a wolf-like body, and a disturbingly human face. The footage has left viewers speculating about what the creature could be, but no one has been able to explain it yet. While camping in the woods, YouTuber Outdoors with Eric heard unusual sounds and chose to look into it. The closer he got, the louder the sounds became.
Man, you guys hear that?
He decides to use his night vision camera and sees something.
That is bizarre. They're coming closer. Analytics. Yeah.
Could it just be some kind of animal, or is it something more sinister? Doug, a Fear Fanatics vlogger, went solo camping at East Fork State Park in Ohio. While setting up his camp, he saw a flickering light in the distance, which soon disappeared.
Okay, there's the light, guys. I'm gonna turn my light off. Do you see that light? Now, I don't know if that's... I'm so glad it's back on. I don't know if that's a street light. If that's a street light, I'm gonna feel like a fool. But I swear to God, it was off not too long ago, and now it's back on. And I don't really know what I should do. I feel like it's moving, but it could be the leaves on the trees just like swaying and like making it appear to be moving if it's a street light. But I'm gonna keep, and it looks like it's getting brighter, bro. This is freaking me out because I'm in the middle of the woods, dude.
In the middle of the night, footsteps and the glow of a flashlight outside his tent startled him.
I thought I heard footsteps. I'm gonna turn my... I do. I hear footsteps. There's something outside my tent, guys. Yeah, I can see a light. Oh, I do see somebody outside. Okay.
The unknown figure came closer to his camp multiple times, but never reacted when Doug called out. Feeling uneasy, Doug packed up and left, trying to navigate back to his car in the rain with a flashlight that was losing power. At 3 a.m., Chris Hopkins and his friends set out to explore the haunted Forest Haven Mental Asylum. As they made their way through the forest, they spotted a light in the distance.
That was somebody.
Yeah. We're walking down the trail. We just heard someone right over there.